Dr. James Moore, a University of Delaware chemist, secretly served the CIA preparing deadly chemicals on short notice. Moore was instructed to get close to Wasson and accompany him on another trip to Mexico to get the magic mushrooms. Internal documents show the CIA felt a drug derived from the mushrooms could remain an agency secret. What in the world were they looking for with the magic mushrooms?
I think the best answer to that is that they were looking for fundamental information on compounds that would be capable of causing changes in behavior, changes in mental attitude.
Did you ever consider what would have happened if any of these substances were given to, say, unwitting people?
Oh, I don't remember having considered that specifically.
What if you, I trust perhaps you've thought about it.
Well, I haven't worried about it. Your question again, what would I have thought had I known that
any of these substances would
have been given to
unwitting persons?
You mean a hostile agent of another government?
No, I mean
that was probably one of the things I had in mind.
I mean testing it out on an American citizen.
I guess I must seem very, very cold-blooded about this, but I don't recall ever having been very much preoccupied with that issue.
But many drugs were tested in this way. A decision was made at the highest levels of the CIA to do testing on unwitting Americans. As one CIA document says, such testing would be operationally realistic. A former CIA official who worked on these programs describes for the first time how the decision was made. He did not wish to be filmed or recorded. Thus his remarks are read by someone else.
I think every last one of us felt sorry to attempt this kind of thing. We knew we were crossing the line. Every decent kid knows he shouldn't steal, but he does it sometimes. We knew damn well we didn't want anyone else to know what we were doing.
The decision was made to do testing on unwitting victims. It was decided they should be on the fringes of society because they were most vulnerable.
It was the borderline underworld. Prostitutes, drug addicts, and other small-timers who would be powerless to seek any kind of revenge in case they found out.
An opioid epidemic in the United States is only getting worse. And at the heart of this horror story lies an animal tranquilizer. It is called xylazine. It is showing up in street drugs. It's causing skin disease, severe wounds, which could even lead to limb amputation.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, first of all, you're not going to speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
And it is leaving law enforcement agencies puzzled. First things first, what is xylazine? The animal tranquilizer is known by street names like Tranq, a zombie drug. It came into being in 1962 as an anesthetic for veterinary procedures. In human beings, the drug led to the respiratory depression and low blood pressure issues. So the trials were stopped. It then started being used as an addictive substitute for heroin. And this started most likely in the 2000s. It causes wounds, which if left untreated, can lead to amputation. It can knock you out for hours, so it can leave the users vulnerable for long periods of time. Let me now tell you what's happening in Philadelphia. More than 90% of the lab-tested dope samples there were positive for xylazine. More than 90%. And this problem is not just limited to Philadelphia. This is happening increasingly in drug-hot zones across the country. A study published in June detected xylazine in the drug supply in 36 states and the District of Columbia. In New York City, xylazine has been found in 25% of the drug samples. The zombie drug is causing horror across America. And how exactly?
Our last speaker is Charleston White.
This has been a pattern for years. I'm always the last speaker. I remember being given permission by the Fort Worth Police Department to sell marijuana in this city. I had a meeting with Deputy Chief Dean, and he instructed us. He said, Charleston, I don't want any hard drugs down there. I want you to tell the old man that I don't want to hear anything about he can't stop it. So we sold weed forever. So I never applied for any federal grant money, right? So I never needed you guys to help me feed children. I went to the streets, we sold drugs, we got the whores coming out of Tenny Road, whatever we needed to do to keep you guys out of our business.
Wow, man. Damn.